Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. Today we are checking out something really cool as we have yet another Dinosaur Creations product to take a look at here. And if you can recall back a few days, probably like a week and a half, to my unboxing video of the Dinosaur Creations products. I had unboxed a bunch of really cool stuff. We are now winding down to the final two, and you may remember this raptor nest, which had initially come completely unpainted. It was nothing more than a very white coloration because it is a resin model. There was nothing to it, but I went ahead and of course painted it up to make it look nice and pretty and show you guys again what you can have if you purchase this beautiful dinosaur nest that you see before you. Really awesome idea on their part. There aren't too many dinosaur nests out there that I personally know of, so anytime I can actually get my hands on one, it's definitely something I'm intrigued in picking up because, again, it's not something I have many of in my collection, and especially when it comes to one as highly detailed as this, because this thing is just gorgeous, and you will see just how gorgeous when we go ahead and get a closer look at it right now. So I went ahead, again, I painted this, so however you want to paint it would of course be your choice. This is what I came up with for mine, but I kind of went coloration-wise as far as the eggs go with that sort of Jurassic Park style look. If you can recall, I also reviewed the Dinosaur Creations Dinosaur Egg, which I felt like it was a really cool interpretation of the Jurassic Park Velociraptor egg. So I kind of painted these up to sort of resemble that egg as well, because I really wanted to have a pretty cool looking Jurassic Park style nest. And maybe this is in fact the nest from Jurassic Park that Alan finds out in the park, again showing that some dinosaurs have hatched, and maybe this is my interpretation of that now as far as the paintwork goes. But again, the actual detailing aspect of this nest is beautiful. I think the shape of the eggs is perfect, and each and every one honestly looks just as good as the previous egg. All of them are shaped perfectly, and once you get nice and close, you can actually see that as far as the texturing to the eggs goes, it looks unbelievably realistic. Like, no matter what way you look at it, the actual texturing to the eggs looks super lifelike and super highly detailed, and they're really nice and really easy to paint as well. Again, a lot of that has to do with how beautiful the eggs themselves are, but it's just generally a really cool kind of a kit to work on because of the fact that it's something that's fairly easy to paint overall. Very realistically done. Once we get nice and close and take a look at the earthy area that, surrounds the eggs or the eggs are sitting on, you can see that it looks super lifelike and extremely highly detailed, and the actual texturing to the earthy area is so perfectly sculpted out to apply a really nice paint job to, because it looks super lifelike and realistic once you actually do apply some paint to it because of how nice the actual detailing aspect is. So again, it's something that I feel like is a really cool model to get a hold of and paint up, especially whether you're new at painting. It's definitely something that's easy to paint overall, or if you are kind of an experienced painter, I feel like it's still such a beautiful model. It's definitely something that is worth picking up, painting, and adding to your collection, because it is just a picture perfect, in my opinion, representation of a dinosaur nest, but also a really nice interpretation of that kind of Jurassic Park style nest. So it's a win-win no matter what side of the fence you're on, no matter what team you're on. If you're on more of like a scientific dinosaur type of a team and you don't like Jurassic Park, you can still buy this awesome resin model. If you're more of a Jurassic Park fan, you can definitely buy this and kind of create a Velociraptor nest or something like that. But if you're a fan of both, then it really doesn't matter. Either way, what you are getting when you order this is a fantastic dinosaur nest, and hopefully the paintwork that I've applied to it helps to show off that aspect. As far as a size for our nest goes, it actually does have a pretty good size to it. So if you go from one side with the tape and then run to the other side here, you were looking at right around the 6-inch range, or about the 15 centimeter, maybe a little over 15 centimeter area. You're not really going to find much for a height or anything like that because it's really low to the ground, being a dinosaur nest. So for a size comparison, here are our usual review comparison suspects with Mr. Paparex, the Attack Pack Colovosaurus, and Robert Muldoon from the Mattel Jurassic World toy line next to our Dinosaur Creations Dinosaur Nest. And you should have a pretty good idea of the fact that this is definitely a very nicely sized model overall as far as the size of the nest goes, you could see in comparison to these guys that it does sport a pretty big size. It's not anything overly huge, but it's definitely not small by any means. A very striking size, I would say. And then a comparison that I've actually been asked to do, but also something that I figured you guys might be interested in seeing, is the Lost World Jurassic Park Velociraptor, the Amber Collection Raptor, next to this Dinosaur Nest. And I feel like the Nest is definitely a little bit too large to really go as far as scale goes with the Amber Collection Raptors, but it's not too far off. It's definitely fairly similar, but I just feel like it's not quite there. But at the same time, they do look incredibly cool in comparison to each other. Definitely something that I feel like is definitely a really good display option for this nest would be to have it next to the Amber Collection Raptors. Even if it doesn't size up perfectly, they still look awesome together. So this Dinosaur Creations Dinosaur Nest, kind of a JP style Velociraptor nest almost, but at the same time it kind of looks like just a regular random dinosaur nest, is absolutely beautiful. As usual, the sculpting and detailing aspect of a Dinosaur Creations model is pretty much off the charts. They seem to continuously deliver a really highly detailed sculpt, and that's definitely something that I have yet to see any different in any of the models. Everything that I've obtained from them and reviewed so far from them has been nothing short of breathtaking in the detailing aspect, and this is definitely another really good model. Overall, as far as the sculpting and detailing aspect goes, the eggs look great. They're perfectly formed. They're kind of sunken into the dirt, so they look like they're meant to be there. And on top of that, the hatching egg itself also sports some really nice detailing contained within. And on top of all of that, the earthy area that the eggs are kind of contained within also looks beautiful. Again, everything on here legitimately looks realistic. It really looks lifelike in person, and once it actually has some paintwork applied to it, it really looks like a genuine piece of the earth sitting here before me with some sort of a very small dinosaur's egg in it, or even some kind of a bird's egg. But regardless, it definitely looks super realistic and lifelike here in person. Of course, the paintwork here was done by me, and that's kind of half the fun of resin models, I feel like, is getting them and then painting them up yourself to give them whatever type of an appearance you would like. This is, again, what I came up with personally for mine, kind of modeling mine after a Jurassic Park raptor's nest, but you can paint yours up to however you would like. And one of the best aspects about painting this is it's a really easy paint. There's nothing complicated about a nest of eggs. It's something that is so easy, I don't think anybody could screw it up. And it's also really good practice for painting more complicated models in the future, but also at the same time still allowing yourself to gain a beautiful model into your collection. So if you would like to pick this up, I will include a link in the description to where you can check out Dinosaur Creations on their website and on Facebook so that you can order this or any other model that they do currently have in stock. So make sure you check out Dinosaur Creations, make sure you order this beautiful dinosaur nest, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.